Shane, how do you think you ended up right here?
Where do we even start? I was determined to leave this place better than I found it. For the most part, I'd say I let my gut be my guide. Oh my goodness. Welcome to a special episode of Shane on You, Menopause Edition, because I am sweating like a whore in church, Stephany Smith.
What do you mean menopause? What are you saying?
Menopause. Well, why do all things like that start with men?
Hysterectomy.
Like menopause.
Yeah.
Menstruation.
Hysterectomy.
It's a problem with men.
They're always thinking about themselves. That's what it is.
Stephony Smith.
What, baby?
I'm so happy you're here.
Thanks for asking me.
Thanks for
crazy.
coming.
I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
I don't either. That's the fun of it.
Well, here we go.
I just feel like the world needs to know more about Stephany Smith is what I think.
Well, all right.
Do you ever do podcasts?
I just did one for the listening room.
Oh, you did?
Long ago. Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went great.
Was it fun?
Yeah, they didn't keep me out.
It ain't gonna be this fun.
No.
I'm using a plate
because
we keep it classy around here.
We have herstory.
You do have herstory. Oh my Lord, Steph!
What?
The first time I met you was on a bus going to Birmingham, Alabama, to see Jody Messina. Do you remember that trip?
Absolutely, yes.
It was when I was signed to Famous Music Publishing.
Yeah.
So would you have been at EMI then?
Yes. No, probably Warner.
And she was opening for Rascal Flatts, but they wanted all of us to go write songs for Jody Messina, doing her best, what's it called? Grapevine across the stage, but singing the rafters down.
She's one of the best.
And of course, I probably didn't talk to you because I was nervous then, but now we're friends and I can bring up the nerves to talk to you. I ain't nervous now, girl. I know all the things. No, I'm kidding. No, I kind of do. But I'm just so excited because I... First of all, am such a massive fan.
Stop.
And then also friend.
Yes.
Family.
And
for those of you that don't know who Stephany Smith is, she has written all of the songs that you have loved in country music. That's what I've decided. All of them. You've written all of them.
Stop. I wish.
And BMI Songwriter of the Year.
That happened.
Mm-hmm. Did you win the ACM too?
Mm-hmm.
Which song? It's Your Love?
Yeah.
Stephany wrote It's Your Love by Tim McGraw with Faith Hill in the background by herself. She is who we all aspire to be. She would be the Diane Warren of country music.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But I just want to know, I want the people to know about your journey in this town and in music and in faith and in all the good things. But when did you come here?
I got here in November of '89.
Do you feel like you're on an Oprah Winfrey interview right now?
I do.
Kind of. Okay.
Yes.
November of 1989 from Memphis.
Yeah.
Did you drive your gorgeous black Mustang here? Is that the car you drove?
No, that's not the car I drove. I drove a brown, back when brown cars were cool. Brown Supra, Toyota Supra.
A Supra? You're a badass. They just started making those again. Have you seen
really?
the new? Yes, there's a new Supra.
And there's a new Camaro
out in the street. Really?
Yeah.
We're also kind of
old,
car obsessed.
retro Camaro.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, did you try to show me that in the car the other day?
No,
that was another car. Anyway, a Supra.
Yeah.
With a tape deck.
Well, a cassette player and my dad driving the U-Haul behind me.
Oh, what did you listen to on the way here? These are so random.
Foster and Lloyd.
Okay. Wait, I don't know who Foster and Lloyd is.
Radney Foster.
Oh, Radney Foster. If you said Radney Foster, yeah.
Foster and Lloyd.
I didn't know there was a Radney Foster duo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Restless Heart, probably.
Restless Heart. Oh, I loved Restless Heart.
You've got to hear the Foster and Lloyd record. It's just great.
Is it Americana or is it country?
Oh, it was country. They were kicking with hits back then. Yeah.
How did I not know this? I didn't come into country music until Wynonna Judd anyway, so.
Yeah. It was just right before all of that.
Oh, my gosh.
But anyway, yeah, traveling up with Dad, and I was staying with my attorney's secretary. We were roommates and got a job waiting tables and did that.
Where did you wait tables?
Third Coast.
Third Coast.
Oh, that was
Where
fun.
was Third Coast?
You know where the Boundary was?
Uh-huh.
That was Third Coast.
Oh, wow.
That whole area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Had a big courtyard and used to be the Rock and Roll Hotel. There used to be a hot tub in the center of the atrium at the Third Coast. And they were, everything that you could do.
In the hot tub with the tequila.
Mm-hmm. That was
that was not you.
That was prior to me, but that was the spot, and there were writers' nights there, and it was that's where I met all my friends,
Oh my gosh.
right there.
How long did it take you when you were in town to get your first publishing deal?
9 months.
Holy moly. I told y'all she was special.
No, I mean, it was different back then, I think, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Jody Williams played songs for Polygram, someone at Polygram, and that guy was Brian Kennedy, who was the son of Jerry Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian calls me one day and says, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm like, "Who is this?"
I heard about you, kid.
He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I go, "Ironing? You really want to know, And he goes, "Can you come over here in an hour? I'm with Polygram, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Be right there, So we struck up a friendship, and I started going there to write with him and some others that were there. And Polygram back in the day was Bob McDill.
Right.
And
legends.
Rory Burke and Ricky Skaggs, Vince Gill, Alan Jackson. These would be the people I would see going up and down the elevators. So started writing, not with those guys, but with other people. And so about 6 months later, Jerry came to see a writer's show and he left. Like he was just this blur in the back. And after the show was over, I saw him just, disappear. And Brian came up to me and he's like 6'5", and he's like, "Do you want a publishing deal?" And I was just like, does that mean
I can quit my job at Third Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bob Kirsch was the head of Polygram at the time. And he came up to me when I came in the next day and he was like, "You've been here for 6 months, right? And you're already here all the time. We just decided to give you a deal."
Wow.
It's like, we can't get rid of you. So,
Were you writing mainly by yourself at that point, or were you already co-writing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God you had a publisher that was like, write more by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They did. And I had a real kind of hardship with it initially because I was not writing what was super commercial country at the time. I was in between Memphis and Nashville, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis thought I was too country, and Nashville thought I was kind of too pop.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Story
I kind of had, I kind of had to like morph over time and figure out who I was in this framework.
Right.
So, but it was fun, and I got pushed around a little, like Rory Burke and Peter McCann were like, ooh, like you go a little bit this way and go a little bit that way, and in the sweetest manner, kind of learn from those guys. Until
the tables turned and it was your turn to do the pushing.
Yeah, 7 years later, it was my turn.
Did you have, like as a young songwriter, did you have songwriters that were your heroes, or was it more artists that were songwriters? Like, did you know songwriter? Like, oh, this person wrote that, and I've got to, like, did you know that?
Well, yeah, we all sat back with, and
with
on
vinyls,
our floors in our bedroom, reading
everything.
Every note, every word on the back and front. And I was 15. I came through the Den one night, and the midnight special was on, and it was just like, mind blowing, and I was kind of just stopped in my tracks by Jim Croce. And I was like, I was 15. That's what I want to do.
Wow. Were you already playing guitar then? Uh-huh. When did you start playing guitar?
8.
Because of your parents, or you said, I want a guitar?
My brother. No, my
Really?
brother's 12 years older,
Mhm.
and he played. And when I was 8, he gave me that for my birthday. So
did he teach you or did you take lessons?
Yeah, he taught me. Yeah.
God bless your brother.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, and he's got a bluegrass band in Columbia, Tennessee.
Now?
Yeah.
We have to go to that. Why did I know that? I'm learning things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
wow.
So he still plays and sings a lot, and it's awesome. But he, I wanted to be just like him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how long in your first deal before someone recorded your first song that came out? Because Lord knows we all get them that recorded that never come out.
This is the sweetest, saddest story. So I knew who Matresa Berg was, and she was coming in Third Coast all the time, and I made sure I didn't talk to any of them about songwriting. Like,
that's how I was.
At all. Like, too afraid to cross that line. And so I just tracked the song, and they had pitched it to her unbeknownst to me, and she had
on RCA
a deal
at the time?
on RCA.
Yeah.
And this was going to be her first single, my song. When they told me that, I'm like, oh my God.
Was that album called Lion to the Moon?
Well, it never came out. Yeah.
Okay.
But we did. And so she wanted me and my friend Mark Luna to sing backgrounds for her. So we did all kinds of TV. We did Hee Haw. We did Nashville Now.
Somebody talk about bring a show back. Somebody bring back Hee Haw.
That'd be great.
Nashville Now.
Nashville Now.
Come on.
We were doing that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking this is ramping up. And it just never came out. I don't remember the real reasons why, but that was a thrill. Vince Gill sang harmonies with her on the record.
Come on.
But I don't think I didn't have a release in those 3 years. I had like 5 cuts, album, like 4 of those were album cuts and hers. Mm-hmm. So I was just slowly getting ramped up. You could see me kind of digging my way into the commercial side of Nashville country,
right?
Slowly. So, and Jerry Kennedy and Brian were so sweet to not push on that,
They're just like, do you, boo?
Do you? The sweetest thing ever,
Wow. So how long were you at Polygram? 3 years?
3.
And then you just decided it's time to switch things up and leave the...
There was a deal that was going to happen at BMG with Jerry, and that fell through. And Jerry was like, I think he was like, I'm getting out of this business, getting out of this business. Mm-hmm. And so he said, Are you going to be okay? And I said, I'll be fine. So I went home, freaked out, and I
Had a meltdown. Right.
Wrote 2 songs a day by myself for 2 weeks.
Whoa.
I'm like, I have no catalog. I have nothing to play for anybody.
To bring, right. Yeah.
So I take 4 songs and I kind of thought, okay, let me perfect these just playing live. And I made 4 appointments. Mm-hmm. Celia Frolig at EMI, Love. Patrick Joseph, Starstruck, and what was the other one? Maybe Mark Wright. I can't remember the 4th one. And I went and played in their office. I played those 4 songs.
Live. Not demoed.
Not demoed.
She's in there singing and playing. Girls with guitars.
And they were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't have any money to go record
Demo
these.
this stuff?
Mm-mm. So I got kind of 2 offers that came back at me. And one of them said, hey, will you go record those 4, just you and the guitar? And we'll pay for it. And I was like, no, I better pay for it. Just so there's nothing
weird in case you don't want to get married.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to own this until you put a ring on it. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I probably called the parents and said, can I have $100 or something? It was probably something like that.
Wow.
Did that, gave them both copies of that. And I just felt a connection with Celia, and Robin Palmer.
That's easy.
That's so easy. They were so great. They were such a team.
Oh my gosh. The first time I met Celia and Robin was 1999, and they had an office in the Famous Building, which coincidentally is across the street from here. And now it's a yoga studio. But I met them, gosh, the first day I went in, like signed or whatever, and they were downstairs in that little room with the, and you talk about sweet ladies. I wasn't even signed to them. They always just wanted to hear my songs. What'd you write today? You know, I just huge champions of songwriters and just great ears and the best ears.
And like a year later, one of the songs was kind of getting some interest, but that fell off. But sitting in Celia's office, and she goes, I just want to let you know that I signed you not for those 4 songs. This doesn't happen anymore. Not for those 4 songs. Not 3 of the 4. Just one of those songs.
Really? What was it?
That's How You Know It's Love. That was on Dina Carter's
Oh,
Strawberry Wine
love
record.
that song.
And so she knew, she just knew something about that. And instead of needing me to have 4 kick-ass songs, she was like, that one tells me what's coming. So that's what I loved about publishers back then, is that they were signing people on potential, about where it could go.
Child, that's all they could have seen in me was potential, because I didn't have any songs worth a damn.
Green.
Like, I'm just okay. Here we are. Oh my gosh. I think my first song that actually got recorded was a song that I wrote with Karen Rochelle, and David Malloy was doing Reba, and they were going in to cut a song. I think it was called Run With It, that we actually wrote while we were walking the track at the Green Hills gym. Remember that Green Hills gym that was right there behind the mall next to La Paz?
I had a membership there. Club something.
Green Hills Club Green Hill, whatever. And same thing. Song never came out,
So close.
It's so close.
So
it's like,
far.
I gotta know I didn't.
Oh my God.
It's happened so many times.
Yeah. It happened to me in that next deal with Celia. I was there 2.5 years and nothing really dropped.
Until
like 2.5 years. Well, that happened, and the record was pretty,
that record was huge.
That record was huge. But the numbers weren't adding up. And,
right. The numbers
New
weren't
York
numbering.
was weighing
They're
in.
like, oh, nope, she's in the red.
And, Celia was sweet enough to give me a 6 months heads up on the whole thing. Like, I got to let you know that we're going to let you go in 6 months. Nobody does that anymore either. And then I got upset about that. And she said, I have this feeling that you're just gonna, like, something's gonna happen, like, before the deal's over. And I go, okay, well, from your mouth to God's ears. And that happened. So, and then that's when I had the first top 5. So,
and what was that song?
What Do I Know by Ricochet.
Oh my gosh. Which, did I tell you this? Like, that was one of my first like karaoke songs that I learned.
Really?
And I sang that. I sang at my first Opryland audition. I sang Put Yourself in My Shoes by Clint Black. And then my callback song was What Do I Know? Hey, hey, what do I know? I'm just a lonely fool that let you go. Like, because they wanted something that was a belty country song. And I was just like, I just started learning how to sing country music. I mean, I sang Clint Black. Yeah. And I had it on tape, on a little Sound Choice karaoke tape that I'd play in my Mazda, and I would just learn whatever songs were on the tape.
Right.
And so I probably didn't even learn the version that was on the radio, because I was still listening to pop radio, but I was trying to learn more about country music. And so there's always a country demo singer that sang on the Sound Choice tapes.
You never heard it?
So not at that point, but I learned it. And I sang it at that audition. Just no tape, just a cappella.
That makes me
and there
so
it went.
happy.
So if you didn't exist, my love, I actually wouldn't be in Nashville.
Oh, shit.
These are the things. These are those full circle moments, which is why I'm doing this stuff, just to talk about how we're all so connected. And if that's everyone's lives, so many of our lives can affect other people's lives, strangers' lives, through either a song that you wrote or a book that you wrote or a story that you told or whatever. But literally, like, the reason I came to Nashville was because I wanted, to sing and write songs. I didn't really know if I was a really good songwriter yet, but I knew I wanted to sing. But the reason I came is because I did my Opryland audition. I was 15 years old for that first one. And then they wanted me to go that's where I met Karen Rochelle. I was in a red, white, and blue American flag jacket. I'm not kidding. And white jeans and cowboy boots and a hat. Year? Can you imagine?
What year was that?
1994. Because I moved here in 1996. But I didn't get the job at Opryland. And there was like talk about me going to Fiesta, Texas. And I was like, I'm not going to Texas. I'm going to Nashville. And then Karen and I ended up running into each other. I was running a karaoke show in a bar, too young to work in a bar. And she remembered me from the audition. She's like, the American flag jacket. Then we ended up being roommates. Then when she decided she was going to come to Nashville and be a songwriter, she asked me if I'd move with her. And so I did. And I thought, well, maybe I'll get a job at Opryland now that I live there. But of course, the first thing I did was get a job in a seafood restaurant because that's all I knew. But anyway, it's just amazing to me that song, Put Yourself in My Shoes and What Do I Know, like opened the doors. My first audition.
Like music connects us,
fully
totally.
Connects us.
It does.
Fully
it's
connects
so
us.
awesome.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Aha moment, I guess. When you came here, see, I had a different dream. So I want to know yours though.
Yeah.
When you came here, was it your dream to only write songs for everybody else? Or did you want to, because I know you sang in a group, but did you want to be the upfront artist?
Well, I thought I did.
And then what changed?
I thought I did. And my deals were based on...
You might get a record deal.
I might get a record deal. But when I went out on the road, I loved harmonies. Like, you know how much I love singing harmonies. I went out on the road with Laurie White. Oh my God. Singing backgrounds.
God rest her soul.
God rest her soul. Love her so much. And, we drive on the bus to the town and wake up the next morning. And I was up at like 7:30 and I'd, hop out of the bunk, go to the coffee pot, and Laurie would be in full makeup and the whole 9 yards. And we were at the station, and she'd just be, bye y'all, see you in a few minutes. And she'd dart out, and I was like, that ain't me. That is not me. Not doing that. And just the whole rigor of it,
Imagine now how it is now for these kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm like, diesel fumes, makeup at 5:30. No.
Shaking hands and kissing babies and kissing ass at radio stations.
No, because I'm an introvert,
Yeah.
And so I couldn't see myself. But I had some meetings, and I had a great meeting with the producer, Barry Beckett, and he saw the vision. And so I left there and I contemplated. I talked to my parents. I talked to my brother, and I was like, and RCA was like, offered me a demo deal.
Come on.
So just to work it out with him, see if we could come up with a sound. And stupid, green, the person that I was then, I was just like, I don't know what my sound's going to be. I didn't know at that time. And they were like, well, that's why we're going to put you with Barry, Muscle Shoals, piano player,
yes,
the it guy.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Well, my mom freaks out and she's like, you're hedging. Like, you're crazy. Like, you need to do this, And so I was like, no. But I think looking back on it, I knew deep down that I wasn't cut out.
That wasn't the life for you. Wow.
No. But I would have gone on the road with a band.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Mamas and the Papas.
Mamas and the Papas.
Country edition.
You know,
Oh my
and that
gosh.
I was with 2 groups, and that neither one of those worked out.
Wow. You know, it's always a circle back.
Mm-hmm.
Laurie White.
Mm-hmm.
First time I ever got hired to sing on a record. She hired me to sing on Sarah Buxton's record because she was producing Sarah Buxton, whom I'm doing the Bluebird with next week. Actually,
so great.
But the first time I ever got invited to do an actual show in the round at the Bluebird was Laurie White.
That's so great.
Laurie White just opened all the doors. But gosh, man, oh man.
Yep, she was
a special human.
She was. She brought us all together. Like, we used to have what they called Sunday supper at her house. Mm-hmm. And it was theater people and
everybody,
songwriters and artists and novelists and, you know, just all these people hanging out talking. We should do that.
Mm-hmm.
We
totally should.
And just all this great creative energy came out of it, and people found each other. And
we need that now more than ever, I think, because I was just, before you came, I did another show with Paul Mabry, a producer, and we were talking about how, you know, a lot of people, even now since COVID, still aren't in a church building really. Mm-hmm. And you know how we do church, we talk about it, and that is church for us. And so I think that would be so sweet to get together. Laurie was really good at encouraging artists and songwriters, and she was a champion of talent and people.
Yep.
And such a soulful human being, and those things need to happen again. It's so important to just love on each other and encourage each other. It's like there's always enough room for success to go around for everybody. I truly believe, but I feel like because of this constantly, it's like it's connected us but disconnected us, of course. And if we could all get in the room and do that, remember guitar pools, sitting around on your deck and starting a fire and singing songs for each other. Not that we have to do that again. It would be kind of fun though.
But you know what? I figured out the other day, I met a writer friend at a publishing company, and I walked in and we were the only 2 people in there. And I was like, boy, this is different, you know? And so everybody's working from home in their studios. And so it's really turning out to be LA, like LA is. Mm-hmm. And I think it'd be important if we did something like that, just to squish
feel the vibration
in.
And the energy of it.
Yeah.
Like we're spoiled. when I walked into Famous, it was, everybody was in there. It was Tia Sillers and Hillary Lindsay and long time gone,
like 15
Daryl.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was just the vibration and hearing, you know, that's when we wrote in actual publishing houses, you know, and you could hear everything through everything, but being around that creative energy and what everybody was excited about, or saying, remember when we used to have hold boards, when they would write your holds on the board?
Oh yeah.
And how like it made you
it elevated everything.
Yeah, it made you like, oh shit, I gotta get more, and then I gotta get them moved over to the cut side.
And then you'd see pass. You know, you could see it all rise and fall.
Totally.
It was great.
It was great, and it should be a thing again.
But I think it's more about the energy.
Absolutely, it's the vibration
of it.
And
that's missing.
Yep.
I think.
Absolutely. So. I mean, Stephanie, you've been doing this for so long now. What makes
you have to say that?
Well, I mean, come on now. Legends have to. We all have to
live with where we are.
Live with where we are in good lighting.
Thanks for
what
that.
makes you still tick like this? You've had so many massive hit songs. What makes you stay so inspired? Because I feel like it's constant. I mean, I know that I can't stop. And I get like whatever my version of depression would feel like if I go extended amount of time without creating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
But is that the thing? Is it because you get sad, or is it because you just have to do it every day? Like, what is it? What keeps it fresh? Because we get let down all the time. We get way more no's than we get yes.
I wake up every day hearing something. You know, Lionel Richie said years ago, he's like, I just wake up when there's a radio station playing songs I've never heard before.
God.
And so that's the way it is. And so
that's actually a great song title, by the way. Songs I've never heard before.
Okay.
Somebody
write that down.
None of y'all.
But that's always playing, you know. I love it when people come up to me and go, "Are you still writing?" And I'm like, "Still?" Like, it doesn't stop.
Makes me
it makes me kind of furious. I try not to get furious about it.
Still writing?
Like, it's
Are you
ongoing.
Still an asshole?
It's ongoing. It doesn't cease, you know. And I don't know. I know that if you don't entertain it and sit with it and let it fall on you and come out of you, that, you know, what did the Bible say? Don't hide it under a bushel. You know, it's like you'll lose it if you don't stay connected to it. Yeah. So I have a fear of that. So it's just like, you know, I'm writing 1 or 2 songs a week by myself, and just, even if they're not the end all be all, it's cathartic for me.
Isn't it amazing that you can wake up and just tap in? There was nothing there, and then all of a sudden, there it is. I'm amazed by it. After all this time, I'm still so amazed by it.
I love it. It was like, when CMA Fest was going on, I hung out with Renee Bell and Whitney Dane.
Oh, yeah.
And we were eating at the Palm, being fancy. And and so we sat down, and Whitney Dane says something about, "Oh my God, we're still out here doing it, and we're all just throwing this around." And Whitney goes, "Yeah, we were country when country was still country." And I was like, "Oh,
we were country when country was still country."
And
so you ran home and wrote that real quick.
Woke up the next morning, boom shakalaka. I like start to finish.
By yourself.
Yeah. Did a little work tape and sent it to her, and she was like, "What the hell?" I go, "You have written a song, Whitney Dane." You know, it's just, but what a great title to come out of her head.
Conversations, man.
But
even if we're bitching and moaning about something
will come out.
Sometimes here it is, the greatest thing you ever heard.
So, but you know, I was just thinking about Harlan the other day and how he spoke in titles, and being around it was like,
write this down.
You know, so being in tune with all of that never goes away either, because it's just such a. I think I got that from writing jingles in Memphis, and I watching jingles growing up, watching commercials growing up, and hearing it, and just and doing it, and you're in tune. So how can that come unraveled?
Right.
You know, it doesn't. So
it's fun because it's like, it's just sharp. It's like sharpening a saw. Like the more you get around it, the more you do it, the sharper you get. Right? Huh.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, you know, we do always have those ones that sit across from us and go, and I go, "What do you have to say?" "I don't know. What would you say?"
Or my favorite thing, "What would Lainey Wilson say?" No.
Oh, no. How about what would you do? We already have Lainey. We already have Lainey Wilson. What a concept. She's killing it. What you got to do?
Tell me about your life. That's like kind of an opening sequitur for something like that. It's just like, let's talk about your life.
A friend of mine that I write with in LA, we actually met. I meet songwriters in the most random places. We actually met in not Turks and Caicos, Anguilla. And it was actually a writing camp. But anyway, yesterday or day before yesterday, she told me she had a session where the artist came in. She goes, like, first of all, just want to let you know, I don't care about lyrics. But then also, but then also proceeded to tell, wouldn't give my friend any information about her life.
Yeah.
Well, who are you? Where are you from? Like, I don't want to talk about that. Or like her sexuality. Really? I don't want to talk about that. Well, girl, give me something. But can you imagine?
So there was no opening conversation like that lead in we all do?
It was just, I don't care about lyrics.
What did she want to talk about?
She never got anything out of it. She spent 2 days and never got anything out of it.
Yeah, it's a
and then asked to have her
thing.
Ubers reimbursed. I said, yes, ma'am, you better do it. Like, we're out here spending money trying to go to these sessions, kid.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a new story.
That's a new story. Just when you think you'd heard it all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's why we don't name names. But, oh my gosh. So, Steph, like, when did you... This is fun interviewing my friend that I know because I get to ask all the questions that other people want. So can you remember the first song that you wrote when you had the feeling, this is it, this changes everything? And then it was. Because some people are like, oh, you never know. I don't know. But I get like oh God, this could do something. This is something.
I think it was, that's how you know.
Yeah.
It's love. I think just the depth I felt and it was about my best friend, Mark Luna, that I was singing with. And he came over. There's a pattern here of me hearing something the night before, sleeping on it, getting up and writing it.
There you go. So you just got to go places every day. Have a conversation. And
he was talking about this woman he was dating. He's like, I like her a lot. I'm headed towards love, but how do I know? You know, what is there some sort of sign? You know, and he's just throwing out all this stuff to me, and there it was. And I'm like, when this happens, that's how you know it's up. When this and this and this and this and this all adds up, then. And he came over the next day and I sang it for him, and he just, you know, waterworks. And I was like, okay. And then that was the one Celia. I felt like, yeah, and that's the one Celia loved. So signed you on. It was for this one, right? Holy moly! What is the first song of yours that you heard someone else sing that made you cry? First song? I had a cut on Shelby Lynn's first record. Talk about a singer. I had a cut on that first record on her Columbia record. Whoa. Of course, and anybody cutting your song, I mean, it was just tearful. Yeah. So, yeah. But a voice like that, heck fire. Bucket list artist. Do you still have one? Good grief. Great question. Bucket list. Back in the day, I wanted George Jones so bad. Wow. I was trying so hard to get on that record. Nowadays, whew, Steven Wilson Jr. Really? That's amazing. No, he's amazing. Because he's just something else. Yeah. He is something else. His phrasing and his tone and his point of view and all of that just, it engulfs me. Like it's just mesmerizing. Wow. I love this. Huh. Steven Wilson Jr. Do you know who he is? No, I'm like, what's this? Yes. He's just cranking up. Like he's had other songs with like other artists. But we'll check him out. Where did you see him sing? Did you see him sing live? No, not yet. Yeah. How did you find out about him? Instagram. I just ran into him. God bless Instagram. And then I went down the rabbit hole. Huh. And then, I've just been following him ever since. But, what kind, is it country? Yeah, really? Yeah, he's signed at Big Loud. Oh, wow. Okay, well, they'll do it. They know how to do it over there. Oh, my gosh. But it's just pure and, and I'm a big fan of Ella and Lainey. I mean, girls that can sing dude songs is what I kind of say. It's like songs that appeal to men and women, that are that have an edge about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like Ronstadt had an edge about her. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. I mean, it was just rock. It was driving.
Oh, you know, I used to paint because you know I'm always painting because I'm hanging wallpaper right now at my house.
You're always painting something.
I always used to paint to Linda Ronstadt Greatest Hits or Shania Twain's Come On Over album.
Great
back
record.
And forth. I mean,
Great
the two
record.
is the best. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, I would say for me that especially now you pave the way for female producers, being that you are an incredible producer.
Thank you.
Is the first record you produced for an artist Shelley?
No, Melody Crittenden.
Oh, a voice like chocolate.
She's the one that sang the demo on What Do I Know. That was the first time we met because somebody said, hey, you got to get this girl to come sing your demo. And I heard her voice and I was like, marriage.
If there was ever one that got away.
You got to hear this demo of her singing it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
If there's ever one that got away, it's her. I heard her on the radio. Remember when they used to do, it was either WSIX or WSM, at night they'd play two new songs and they'd put them up against each other. And I can't remember. I think
God Bless the Broken Road.
It was God Bless the Broken Road.
Yep.
And I heard it and I called in and I was like, her voice is like chocolate. And they're like, oh my God, can you say that again? Hold on 1 second, we'll record it. And that's what I remember about Melody Crittenden. And then I saw her sing at the Bluebird. Because I was like, where's Melody? Because back in the day we had to research things. It wasn't just on the internet.
Right.
And saw her sing at the Bluebird. So you did her record.
Yeah.
You did God Bless the Broken Road.
Yeah. We were the first ones to cut that song. Yeah.
Was it
me and
pitched?
Byron Gallimore?
You and Byron Gallimore creating an actual real sound.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that was Shelley Fairchild? Or was there more?
No, it was, I did Carolina Rain. They were on Equity.
Oh, yeah. Who opened that door for you? Was it because you're doing all these demos and everybody's like, oh my God, these demos are incredible. Who's producing? And you're like me.
Yeah, thank God I didn't have to say that. But because your demos got around because they're being pitched to all these artists and I was singing them, a lot of them. Even a lot of the dude cuts, I was singing the demo.
You sang the demo for It's Your Love, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh Big gosh. Star, you know. And so they were like, and then we get the cuts back and it would sound just like the demo. So that's kind of how that started.
Wasn't that just kind of heartbreaking, exciting and heartbreaking at the same time? Like we go, because back in the day, for you kids that don't know, we used to go and play songs for our publishers. They would choose the best 4 or 5 out of your month or 2 of songs. You would book a demo session, go to County Q or all these other little studios.
Quad.
Quad. Child. Over to Quad. And you would cut 4 or 5 if you were lucky. Like if you were rushing, if you had a magical day with session players. Yeah. That's the thing I miss the most is actually, I mean, you still track quite a bit, but I write mainly with track people or producers in the room and just getting to experience, you know, singing part, because I couldn't play anything except for tinkering something out on piano, or I wasn't going to try to play guitar when I'm sitting in the room with people like, you know, Karen and Mark Nessler, or those people who just play the hell out of their instrument. But getting to sing those parts, like, this is what I want the fiddle to do. This is what I want the bass to do. And you're actually producing this record, and then someone goes and does basically exactly the same thing, and now they're the producer. That was always kind of it was just the way we did it then, but that was a hard pill to swallow. Like,
I wasn't thinking about it like that.
We weren't.
I was thinking about it like, oh, good, it's done. It's done like I want it to be done.
Yeah. Or like the breath of fresh air. Like, thank God.
Because there were moments where you'd hear it, them take your song and turn it upside down. You're like, what?
Why did you do what?
But that was rare because it was so clear to me kind of how I wanted it to be laid out. It took me a while to really be able to talk to the players and do the right things there. I came from a jingle background, and here's a funny story. So stupid. I was at Polygram. It was my first session at Polygram. Jerry Kennedy great producer, produced all kinds of people. Jerry Kennedy played the guitar part on Pretty Woman. Just let me say that. Just killer. All right, so here I am, first session with Jerry Kennedy producing back at Polygram. And in the jingle world, you said everything like that. Mm-hmm. Well, here I was in the midst of, and he only hired the best players.
Right.
So we get 15 seconds into my first song demo, the first run through, which I didn't realize. You let the players run through a couple of times and get familiar with it, but no, not me. I had to say,
hey.
15 seconds in, I go, not even in the ballpark.
Oh my God.
Because that's what we said back in the day. It was like, hold up. Okay, let's go back. Go to bar 3 and fix on with this, and I want that. And no, the drums needs to be on whatever, the pattern you want. And so anyway, I got my
ass handed to you.
Ass handed to me.
Yeah.
He's like, you can never
Don't
do
ever
that.
Do that. You just shut the whole session down.
These guys are, super creative. These guys are super creative. And really they know what they're doing and blah, 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 blah. Just, that's not how we do it. So sit back and watch, And I was like, noted,
Did you know the number system then?
No.
Huh. No. So you just played your work tape, and then this is what I'm thinking.
But I heard all the parts in my head.
Totally. Same way. Yeah.
And the whole thing. But I didn't have the Nashville language down yet,
Apparently,
yeah. But so I got to work with him, and then when I went to EMI, Mark Bright was producing most of my stuff. Mark Bright's a great engineer, and so I learned a lot about sonics from him. My first publisher was Chips Moman, so I learned a lot in Memphis about sonics from him. So that kind of turned me on to producing because I was such a sound junkie, kind of. Right. And I think that's just kind of, that evolved, over time. After I shut my face, learned to shut my face and let the boys play.
I was too my first session was at the Velvet Elvis
with Paul Jenkins.
And I actually met my friend Krista Black in that session. She was, other than Paul, and I had a horn player on that session. It was literally a couple weeks before 9/11 when we went.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was wild. And I was so nervous because it was my first session being signed to Famous, and it was my first session that was mine and not like with Karen Rochelle. Like I learned so much from her in the studio, or how to talk to session players and stuff like that. But oh my God, I was so scared. I was like, what? This is all on me, and Karen's not here, and I just have to tell them what I want, and I better know. But it was such a great.
Yeah. And you're thinking, I'm spending $3,000 in 3 hours.
Yep. It better be good, or my publisher's going to kill me. God, if we could only do that now with publishers and be like, hey, we're going to go and book the studio for $5,000. I mean, it's just not a thing anymore. Not a thing anymore.
Well, I'm about to do a session, so let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back.
I know it's expensive.
It is, but
I know a bunch of people are doing Sono.
Oh yeah, the AI thing.
To show their publishers what it can sound like.
Yep.
There's something interesting.
Well, that, and now here we are in an AI place where there are certain artists that have gotten used to hearing their own voice on demos because people are using AI to make it sound like this artist. I haven't done that. I'm not ready for that yet. It's like, have an open mind. Come on now. A great song's a great song. And that's why we had people like Celia and Robin with great ears that went in championing things, be like, no, this is a hit and you need to hear it. Oh my gosh.
But it's hard to imagine the whole picture. I think,
it is.
You're either that person or you aren't, but I think the longer you're around it, here in town as a publisher. I think young pluggers over time start to hear when they hear a demo and then they hear a finished product, not a demo, but a work tape. And then
sometimes it's hard for the younger ones to even hear through a work tape. If like, or you describe to them, this is what I'm thinking, this is what how I feel about this song. It's like this meets this, and sometimes they don't even know who the this meets this is. Yeah, you know. Yeah. But have you played around with any of the AI stuff as far as like producing out a full demo yet or anything? No, but I want to. You want to? I want to. I just want to see what it's like. And somebody played me something the other day, you know, by somebody that's really good at it. And I was like, but there's no breath to it. There's no breathing. Right. You know, there's like the dynamic fusion happening between players, you know. The thing that I'm hoping that it does is weeds out a few things. Like, I'm hoping that it makes people crave human connection and human vibration, because you can feel it. You can feel the difference. It's fine for a demo. You know, I just for the first time did a demo. It was fully produced by an actual player and a producer, but we didn't have a female singer, and they needed a female singer. So I sang the song, and then he changed my voice to female. Shayna. And it's Shania Shane. I actually was like, I love her. I would sign her. Of course you did. Doesn't sound anything like me, but it's my exact phrasing. So there's that, you know, at least there's a human element there. But we're not going to stop what's happening, and we can't be like, it's just like, I remember when everybody was like, streaming's going to take over. And I was like, no, it's not. How are you going to listen to streaming when you're on an airplane? Like, that's normal for everybody. I'm like, because I was always on an airplane. You can't stream on an airplane, or you can't, people are never going to, you know, when we started downloading songs for 99 cents, I was like, that's the coolest thing. And that won't ruin the record business. Child. Hello. And we have to grow and evolve. And if we don't, we're going to get left behind, you know. But I think there's a way to work with it. I've just, you know, when you see, you know, AI bands come out, which just completely infuriated me. I told you about that Laurel Canyon sounding band, you know, that, and as hard as it is for independent artists or artists in general to get playlists or monthly followers and monthly listeners. And then you've got this completely AI generated band. All the songs are written by AI. They're all, it had a full on story, and this is what to expect at a live performance. They've since changed that on their Spotify profile, and then, of course, everybody's hearing about it. So now everyone's going to listen to it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what if this is where we're headed? And it's already hard enough, but you know, whatever. We were talking about this the other night at my house, and I was like, I love Rick Rubin, and I follow him. And he said something recently. He's like, they asked him, are you worried about AI taking over? And he's like, one thing that AI can't do that is, it doesn't have a point of view. You can't give it a point of view. Nope. Because those are God-given. That's right. You know, so that just kind of made me feel better about all that. Just that hearing him say that. When you think about artists that we've loved forever, like Linda Ronstadt, or, you know, Luther Vandross, or Whitney Houston, or Dolly Parton, and Annie Lennox. Oh my God. Oh, I saw her with Sting at Starwood Amphitheater. My first concert was at Starwood, and it was Tina Turner. That was my first ever concert. And then my second was Sting and Annie Lennox. Saw her thrice. And watching that woman sing, just the way she uses her whole body, I was just like, oh. Very physical singer. So physical. And the funny thing is, when I was a kid, I was scared of Annie Lennox. Her videos scared. I don't know what it was when I was little, like Sweet Dream. Like there was a look or a thing. I don't know. It's just that androgynous whatever. I don't know why it made me uncomfortable. Those close-ups too. And when and it's probably the facial expressions. Watching her sing live, she really goes for it. But the first time I really fell in love with Annie Lennox though was the Diva album and Walking on Broken Glass. And I was like, oh. And it just, then I was obsessed. And then I had to do the deep dive into the rhythmics and all that. But, oh my gosh. But I was talking about the other day, as long as we have Adele's of the world, because the proof is kind of in the pudding there. Like when you see an artist in this era, even past 15 years now, because Lord knows she's been out over 15 years now. But why those records sold 30 million copies is because, first of all, they weren't over auto-tuned or over-tuned. They were live, they were raw, and they were emotional, and they were real songs. That was the difference. It like stood out amongst everything else.
Really aging myself, but about her, I saw Elvis when I was 16.
Oh my God.
Incredible. Life-changing. I saw Adele, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And a couple of years ago, I saw Ray LaMontagne.
Oh.
So I left there and I was like so moved after seeing Ray. And I was driving home with Jeff, our friend Jeff Slaughter. And I was like, top 3 of all time. Elvis, Adele, Ray LaMontagne. Because they fill a room. Like,
fill it.
I don't know if
it's not just a voice, it's a presence
coming out of their faces. You know, Jamie O'Neill has that.
Oh my Lord, Jamie O'Neill, same thing.
The resonance coming out of her face is this wide.
Yep.
You know, and so there's something that can't even compete with that. So
that's how it was. I never understood why people cried in concerts because I'd never gone to one. I guess that really moved me, maybe. And I mean, I didn't cry at Tina Turner because I was just too excited. It was my first concert. I didn't cry with Annie Lennox or Sting, even though I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It was very new to me. I mean, we were poor. I just didn't get to go to things. Now I got to go to a Carmen concert, the Christian,
yeah,
when I was a kid. So I guess technically that was probably my first concert. But Celine Dion, I mean, yes, I'm that gay, but because I can tell you where I was the first time I heard Only One Road, and in my cousin's Oldsmobile Achieva. Sure was just sitting there going, what is happening? But I got to go to Vegas and take my friend Angela, who was my first friend I made in Nashville when I worked at the Crab House, and she lives in Vegas. And when Celine did her second round of concerts, I finally was able to go, and I bought her ticket and we both went. And when she walked out on that stage and started singing, Angela and I started sobbing, and I'm going, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, it was, you were created to do nothing else but this.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about to Rebecca Lynn Howard when she sings.
Absolutely.
Or Hillary, like, or Karen, like, it's a disservice to the world if your voice isn't being heard.
You know, sit over here. I'm old enough to preach now.
Preach.
That should be the bar.
That's the bar. It shouldn't make you want to go to the bar.
It should be the bar. You know.
Yep. This is the bitch and moan portion, I guess, because it's like sometimes you go into a writing room and you have a kid, and God bless TikTok. TikTok changed my life. Fancy Light wouldn't have blown up the way it did without TikTok. But there's some kids that can't sing their way out of a paper bag, and they just sit with us in a room, and the first thing that you have to say to your publisher is, listen, she can't really sing, but you just never know who's going to be the next whatever, so you just say yes.
I just turned down a writing session.
You did?
Because of that.
Really?
I was like,
no,
this person sings
fine.
Well. Good. But there's nothing moving me about it. And they could be the next thing since sliced bread. But and I will not be on that bus.
But you just aren't going to compromise.
But I can't sit in that room.
I hear you. It's so hard. It's hard because you just don't ever know. Because God knows there have been some superstars that have become great singers that couldn't in the beginning.
We saw a lot of those.
Yeah.
We went to a lot of those showcases, and it ended up being fantastic. But they were growing.
Yeah,
you know,
they were growing.
So back to potential.
Oh my
You have
gosh.
to recognize it. You have to see it.
Yeah, and sometimes it really is just that they've got that thing. There's just a the factor thing that you just know. And then there's the ones that got away. The Mallory.
Youngblood.
Mallory Hope.
Youngblood?
Oh my God, Youngblood.
What the heck?
What the heck? There's so many. There's so many that I just thought were going to be superstars. And
we have, how many of those do we have in town?
100?
Hundreds?
Hundreds. Easily.
That never. So Rachel Loy wrote a song, bass player in town, wrote a song called Where the Street Lamps Outshine the Stars.
Wow.
Huge song.
Wow.
Someone should cut that.
Emily
West sang it.
Oh my gosh.
Live at 3rd and Lindsley. That's where I heard it.
Recently?
No, this is
years ago.
Yeah, a while back. I don't think Emily ever cut it, but she should.
She should. Lord Jesus.
But it's a great. But that's what it. There are more of those street lamps.
Yeah, and there's more. You know, I think it's starting to. It's starting to turn. The tide's starting to turn again, where publishers and labels are actually digging deep in catalogs and finding songs, and where the best song is starting to win again, which feels really good, because I'm sure it's like you're saying, like songs that are 20 years old having a new life or getting recorded.
Or the people we're writing with now are just like, I want to write something like the 90s, and I'm like, okay,
I got you covered.
I got you.
I can do that. I wrote those. I need you to tell the story of, just because people don't know this, and I want the world should know these fun things.
No, what are you gonna say?
I want you to tell the people the story of Sinwagon, because that is the funniest, most fun. I love it.
So
the Sinwagon, the song by the Dixie Chicks, by the way.
So the Chicks were having, like a writing camp, about an hour out of town. And I was going to write with Emily, and I wasn't set up to write with Natalie, but her co-write didn't show up. And so she joined me and Emily kind of at the end of the day, because Emily and I had already started something. She was like, she came in, well, my co-writer didn't show up. Can I just hop in with y'all? And we're like, whatever. Yes, come on. And so she just says, I've got this idea that I got from the show Grease. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because one of the lines in there, one of the girls says something about, we're going to be in that Sinwagon tonight or whatever. And that's where that came from. And so we started writing, and I was like, being from Memphis, I was like,
I
go, and Natalie never said a word the whole time. We wrote the song, and when we finished, she walks over, and she had only been playing guitar about 6 months.
Sometimes it's the dumb that does it.
And she, she had a little bit of a bluegrass background or whatever. So she comes up, she goes, hey, can I play your guitar? And I was like, sure. She goes, I hear it like this. And she puts her foot up on the coffee table, and she goes, ching, 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 ching.
You're like, what is happening?
She goes, I hear it like that. And I'm like,
fine, you're the artist. Whatever, honey.
Whatever. We did no work tape.
What?
We did no work tape, because at the time we thought no one's going to cut Sinwagon. And no one's going to release this idea.
Shut up, Stephanie. I didn't know that part.
No. And so they were playing songs for Paul and Blake. Paul Worley, Blake Chansey. Mm-hmm. And they had gotten into the wine. And so the producer said, have you played us everything? Have you? And they're like, yes. And they're like, no, come on, dig deep. So Natalie just starts singing Sinwagon. And they're like, holy crap. So Paul's a great guitar player. He just picks it up, and they arrange it right there.
Shut up.
That night, go in, track it.
And blow you out of the water.
And blow it away. And then, so I was going to lunch at 12th and Porter. Remember when we could eat over there?
Mm-hmm.
So I turned the corner and there she is. And she goes, hey, we just played our song. Now, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. We just played the song for the whole staff at Sony. She puts her hand up and she goes, I said, what'd they say? She goes, they want us to change mattress dancing.
No, ma'am.
And I said, well, what did you say? And she said, I told them hell no.
Good for her. Mattress dance. Yes, I said mattress dance. She does it twice.
Yeah. So
wait, was it originally written like that? Where she does it twice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
mattress dance. Yeah, I said mattress dance.
Yeah, we wrote
okay,
that.
great. Yeah.
But I mean, then it just kind of took off. It just had a life of its own.
Holy moly.
Never being a single, but I mean, it
doesn't matter. Everybody in the world knows Sinwagon.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you better go and download it and stream it now. It's the bar. It's still the bar.
But don't you love her for just walking up and going,
yes, ma'am.
Hey.
I'd be scared to death to do that even now.
But it was amazing.
Wow.
And I mean, they opened the CMA show with The Gates of Hell.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
My mother was like, I can't believe you said that. I just can't believe it. And I said, it's a Dixie Chick. She goes, I know. And she was like, I know. I kind of love that. But
that's so awesome. The day that you wrote It's Your Love.
Yeah.
Did you know that day too when you wrote that one? This is the one. This one is next level.
Yeah.
Because you sang that demo too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That one kind of broke me down as I was writing it. You know, you kind of know, and I'm still overwhelmed that something like that is even passing through you, and grateful at the same time. I think it's part of that too. Like, I can't believe that this gift is mine, you know? And so it's not like, oh, this song's so great. It's just like part of you's crying for the gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wrote that one late at night, which is another theme that I have. But, and I got up the next morning, I changed a couple of words in the bridge, and then I was like, you know, yeah, I think this could be it. And I said to Robin Palmer recently, I was like, I miss having a publisher because I miss being able to bounce stuff off.
Totally, absolutely.
And she just looked at you, and this is what's so great about great publishers is she looked at me at this party and we're having this discussion. She said, you always knew. And I was like, no, I didn't. She's like, yeah, you did. Like, we all have a sense that something is meaningful. If it's meaningful to us, it hopefully
might be meaningful to somebody else. Absolutely.
So, yes. And to answer your question, yeah, you kind of have a gauge and you kind of know.
Did you pitch it? Or did your publisher pitch it? Do you remember?
I'll tell it now because it's so far away. But so I did the demo, and then the guys at EMI started pitching it. They pitched it hard for about 4 months, and they pitched it to every girl in town.
Really?
Pass from everybody. And Sean Heflin was still working at the time. And she pitched it to Michelle at Curb for Tim.
Wow.
With a guy in mind, with a guy in mind.
Uh-huh. Bam.
Yeah, boom.
And then you still got the girl, the it girl. Big old pregnant in the video.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then the stars align there, it's just like sweet how things work out like that. They were so in love, the whole 9 yards. It just fit.
It just literally just fit.
Yeah.
What is your favorite one? What's your favorite song?
Ever?
Not that you didn't write.
I hate this question.
Why? Okay, well, then we won't do it.
Edelweiss.
Edelweiss?
I saw Sound of Music when I was 5 or 6. And that man singing that song and playing the classical gut string guitar was just like, and that melody was so simple.
Okay, I'm so glad you're saying this because my husband has still not watched The Sound of Music. And now that he knows from when this podcast airs that your favorite song came from The Sound of Music, finally, that I'm going to say it now. It's going to validate me that you're going to watch The Sound of Music just for Edelweiss. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, favorite song. No, favorite song would be one of the Beatles tunes, but the song that kind of launches your brain
into a musical,
into a orbit, a musical orbit. Mm-hmm. That was it. And he was the way he was on screen and the visual, the melody, the whole 9 yards was just, and it's so beautiful. So simple.
It's so simple.
Yep.
It's so simple. It's so funny because that one, my immediate memory when you said Edelweiss was not Sound of Music. It was a friend of mine that actually just reached out to me on Instagram. No, she texted me that I hadn't seen since we were in high school. Her name's Hope. Mm-hmm. And when I had my first piano recital, she had her first voice recital. Mm-hmm. And she had just had her tonsils out. This is how my brain works. I remember that. And she was so nervous that she wasn't going to be able to sing. And her song was Edelweiss. That is just, God,
that's crazy.
I just love music so much. I love it so much.
I do too.
I love that you love it so much. I just wanted you to come here and talk about whatever we were going to talk about, because if it weren't for you and your gift, I mean, you challenged me without even knowing it, just
that's so
having
sweet.
such,
thank you.
I'm in awe of you.
You're such a fan of music.
I'm a fan of you, though. I'm a fan of music.
I mean, ride in a car with Shane for an hour.
And then I want to play the weirdest whatever, but I'll be like, let's go down Linda Ronstadt Lane, which you will do. But
you love those 90s female acts. Come on, you do.
Oh my God. Even Kathy Mattea and Susie Boggess, all of Trisha Yearwood. KT Oslin.
Miss her.
God, I know. Yeah. Did I ever tell you about taking her back to what she called the Biddy Bin when she was living in it was assisted living, but it was still independent living, I believe. And, cause she had Parkinson's.
Right.
But we drove her back. Me and Eric drove her back after having dinner at John and Chris's house. And we drove her back. She's like, take me to the Biddy Bin. And I was just like, I hate to do it to you, but I have to play your songs. And I played Left Here This Morning, I was bound and determined, I was never going to come back. Never, never, I was running. And that woman lit up. It was the last time I saw her alive, too. But I was just like, KT.
Wall of Tears.
That
was Rory Burke and Peter McCann. That's why I was so... in love with those writers.
How old was she? She was in her 40s when she got her 45, right? Take note. Major labels, independent labels, all the labels. We still have something to say. But you talk about, that was one of those, I was so happy I met a hero,
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's a good one. Who of your heroes have you met that surprised you in the best way?
Dolly.
By the way, this is the most different podcast. I never just ask a bunch of questions like this. I'm just like, you have so many good stories. Dolly all day.
Thank you, Fred Foster, for making that happen.
What happened? Where were you?
Well, Fred used to call Shelley Fairchild and I the girls, because Shelley was singing some stuff for Fred. And we were writing together a lot. And so he just knew us, and we were hanging out with him, and he's like, girls, y'all have to meet Dolly, and it was the Combine reunion party that they were having at one of the hotels over on Demondbury.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were doing something else that we, writing or studio or something, and we were running late, and we were like, I was flying, like, got to get there before she leaves, And so we walk in the lobby, and there she is. And we walk around, I go, we're the girls. And she goes, hey, girls. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe, she just does her whole thing. I've heard so much about you. And so we just spent maybe 4 or 5 minutes there because she was waiting on her car, and we had almost missed that moment.
Oh, my God.
But just, sweet as you see her, she's that sweet to everybody all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten to meet lots of people that just
you need to see
floor you.
You need to see Threads. It's Dolly's Songs and Symphony. Caitlin Dry from the Drys was handpicked to sing Dolly Parton songs, and she does "Baby I'm Burning." She does "Islands in the Stream."
Okay,
she does. I think "The Grass is Blue," like Backwoods Barbie. But hearing Dolly songs with an orchestra, I saw it when it was in previews here in the Nashville Orchestra, but they're touring, and I know they're doing Raleigh, Durham, and some other southern states or whatever, but we should go and we also have to see the Dolly musical, clearly. But hearing Dolly songs with an orchestra is a whole other level. And Caitlin really
gives it like depth or something.
It does. And Caitlin has that thing. She has that kind of pin in her voice like Dolly does, where it just kind of cuts right through
pointed,
you.
Yeah.
It's so pointed and pitch perfect, and hearing it with an orchestra.
So is this going to be a documentary, or is it going to be
Dolly,
or is it just a play, like a show?
Well, there's 2 shows. There's a Dolly musical about Dolly's life, but then there's Threads, which is Dolly's songs in music, like in orchestra form.
Wow.
And it's touring all around the country.
I see that.
And Caitlin is doing it, and her husband Derek is playing in the band, and then they do Islands in the Stream together, and there's 3 different girls singing Dolly. But because they break it up or whatever, but I cried. First of all, she's the biggest Dolly Parton fan on the actual planet.
Yeah, what an honor.
Having that Dolly picked you to sing her songs, and then she introduced her the night of the opening. I was just like, how are you going to sit in the Skirmerhorn downtown and know that Dolly Parton is in a balcony staring at you singing her songs, and then gave her a standing ovation? I was just like, I would
without passing out.
That'd be like Mariah Carey for me, being like, that would be, I'd be over. I'd pass out on the damn floor. That would be it for me. Or George Michael, but we can't,
Let me drop one more name.
Do it. I love it.
That same night. So
this is like none of our others, by the way.
So we go upstairs, and we run into Fred Foster, and there's this man with his back to me, and I'm saying hello to Fred, and then this man like turns around, and I immediately start crying.
Who was
it? Just instant, just sweet, like drippy tears.
I love this. Who is it?
Christopherson.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So, and I was like, what? I just looked up and I said, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
For Why Me, Lord. Because that was the first song I played with all my cousins.
Did you say Why Me, Lord? Yeah.
All the cousins, we would sit around and play Why Me, Lord. And I was just like, so I was so stunned by his presence, and he was just like, oh, thank you. Yeah, he was just the sweetest thing.
Wow.
So that's it.
I remember meeting Miss Reba for the first time in the hair salon, because remember I was a hairdresser, and she was how funny, starstruck. I was actually starstruck, and I was just so consumed with get the music right in the salon, and she had cut her hair short, and I'm trying to get the music right, and I guess the hairstylist had made her hair a darker red, and it was when she was it was around If You See Him, If You See Her, when it was that short, not the Your Songs record, like How Was I to Know? Right. It was after that where she cut it into a pixie cut, and I couldn't look at her. She wanted to know what I thought about her hair color. What do you think of this? Do you think it's cute and so country and so sweet? And I don't know what it was. I was so couldn't talk. I've done that with Reba, and I've done that with Cher, where I just, But I met Dolly Parton though one time in the Walmart on Knowlesville Road.
Are you serious?
Yep. She was randomly there signing. I think it was her first like bluegrass record. I think it was The Grass Is Blue or whatever. And we just happened to be in there. And my boyfriend at the time ran home and grabbed. He had, remember those commemorative plates that like Barbara Mandrell had and Dolly and all the like country stars had. He's like, oh my God, stay here. Don't get out of line. I'm going to run home and grab that plate. And I was like, what? I was like,
and get her to sign it?
And get her to sign it.
That's
and
crazy.
We also bought the record too.
Yeah.
But you know what she said? He handed her the plate and she's like, you know what would make this better? If it had some chicken wings on it. And I was like, when you say she is just like that, she is literally just like that. What would make this better is if it had some chicken wings on it.
First thing that pops out of her head.
First thing.
She lets go.
Which makes her a walking, she's like Harlan Howard, like full on walking, talking titles constantly.
Absolutely.
Not make this better chicken wings on it, but you never know. There have been dumber song titles that have become massive freaking hits. Stephanie, what would you say to, oh God, this is a question. A young songwriter starting out now, knowing all that you know, having had this amazing career that you've had, written all the songs that I literally wish I'd written. Wow. What is your advice for somebody coming up now? Because a lot of them aren't getting the experience that you and I got to have with, a publisher, a seasoned public, like pouring into us and giving it. You know what I'm saying? What would your advice be?
It's changed over the years. I think every decade I feel a different way about that particular question about advice or whatever. But I think as of this week, some things that I've said is like, I want to hear authenticity. I want to hear what you have. I want to hear the inside out. And to me, those people that are doing that, the Stephen Wilson Jr.'s and the Lainey Wilsons and Ella, and, it's just, I feel that they're authentic.
You feel their truth.
Totally. So, dig deep and be vulnerable. And even if it embarrasses you, there's a million people that feel the same way you do.
Right.
So let it out and do that.
And write what you know.
Write what you know. It's not going to work the other way.
Right.
It's just not.
It really isn't.
You're going to keep running into walls. For some reason, it just won't happen. So let yourself be free, do it.
I love it.
Let yourself be free.
Now, you ready for this? We asked you for something. I love you so much, Steph. Look at this picture that you gave us. How old are you in this picture? Can y'all see this?
4.5, 5.
4.5, 5.
5.
So, being who you are now, knowing what you know now, what is the advice you would give this baby right here?
Shit. Keep being yourself.
Yeah.
Just keep being that happy.
Yeah.
Keep loving that hard. Because I know I'm looking at my brother.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot.
I love you so much. Thanks you for the tears. This. Yeah. You've been loved well and you have loved well.
That's crazy. How did y'all make it look that good? Did y'all?
I don't know. That's just what it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I've just never seen it blown up like that.
Is it printed in your house somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it out?
Uh-huh.
No.
It should be.
I know.
And now especially it should be. So you can be like, I do this for her.
You little shit.
You little shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love you so much. Thank you for doing this. This is very different than any of it. Oh yeah.
I didn't watch any because I didn't want to know.
It's so like, I'm like, wherever it goes, wherever we lead, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just talking to my friends and sometimes it's completely like this morning I was with another writer and producer. We didn't talk almost anything about music at all.
That's so great.
And it was just so sweet.
Yeah.
And then with you.
You're really good at it too. You just go where you're led and it feels good.
Thank you. I love that. And I just want to have people on that I love, that I connect with, that we have some sort of shared storyline. Just to kind of show everybody the receipts of how we're all connected and how if you have a dream, someone else has that dream. And sometimes you end up meeting that person that helped move your dream along and they don't even know. And I want to honor people. I want to honor you because I love you so much.
One thing I want to say about you that you're really good at, that I wish I was better at, you have a circle, a plethora, a cacophony.
A cacophony. Woo! Come on, thesaurus.
You have this magic circle of friends that you have been able to cultivate and maintain. And it's the water's deep on it. And you're always talking about, and I'm like, who are you talking about now? It's like,
it's just like, it's so funny because at this point, my mom will go, which Stephanie? Stephony? Stephanie? Like, I have so many girlfriends named Stephanie. All 3 of you are songwriters. Mm-hmm. All spelled differently.
But I saw you the first time where I really connected. I saw you in a parking lot. And you were acting all crazy with a friend of mine. And you just had that thing about you. And I was like, I just want to get to know him.
Oh, thank you.
But it wasn't until
forever.
A long time later. But you ended up being who I wanted to get to know.
Oh, so, bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're awesome.
I love you, Stephany Smith. You're doing the social media some?
A little bit.
Where can people follow you and find you?
At Stephany Smith.
On Instagram? Mm-hmm. Stephany, STEPHONY. Yeah, Smith. It's not Stephany Smith Music. On Instagram, just Stephany Smith, yeah. Because, at this point, remember when we used to memorize phone numbers?
Had to.
Do you know, I still remember my Chop 5 it was 919-579-3197. And my Mama's number was 919-579-3297. And then
Memphis phone numbers. 901-682-8856.
There you go. But now it's just, I'm so used to go and it's just Stephany Smith or Siri call Stephany or
what if we lost our contacts?
I don't know my mom's cell phone number. I know Eric's phone number, Hillary Lindsay's phone number, Karen Rochelle's phone number. By heart.
I know one phone number.
We got to get better about this. We can't let it all take over. I'm going to get me a rotary phone.
I'm going to get me a Rolodex.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Mwah.